I have spent a lifetime learning the ways of the samurai, and I only wish to share my secrets with you, young grasshoppers. In order for a samurai to be effective in combat, his reflexes must be sharper than his blade, and his wit must be quicker than his draw. A samurai must learn when to draw his weapon and strike down the enemy standing in front of them, and when not to. And if combined perfectly together, you will become the greatest samurai of all time. Now tell me I'm not the greatest samurai to ever live. Did you guys not see my highlight reel? I'm insane on the sticks. I'm just different, I guess. I really don't know. All jokes aside, tell me what your favorite aspect of Ghost of Tsushima is. For example, I think my favorite thing in the entire game, other than its beautiful scenery, is its combat. As generic as the button commands are, which is, you know, hold L1 to block, square for light attacks, triangle for heavy attacks, and circle to dodge, this game still offers one of the best combat experiences I've ever played. Now, just like pretty much every other game out there, if you take your time to kind of memorize the animations and the timing of things in this game, you can capitalize on, by far, one of the most beautiful combat experiences you'll ever have. The word beautiful might be a very strange way to describe combat, but when you're fighting enemies in this game, and you have either the sun beaming down at you, rain just pouring all around you, wind blowing the rain, the trees, the flowers, the grass, it's a sight to behold, and it is by far, still to this day, one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. Enemies in this game will 100% hands down give you some of the best combat encounters you will ever experience in this game, just because of the scenery around you. Also, one of the greatest things to ever add in a video game is the ability to change the setting around you based off of how you defeat enemies. That's genius. Now, to kind of explain what that means is, say like you're this honorless type of ninja assassin where, you know, you're not really fighting enemies face to face. The setting around you would be more gloomy, more rainy, whereas an honored samurai, somebody that only fights enemies, you know, face to face, the setting around you will be more bright, it won't rain as much, and it won't be as dingy. When I first found out about this, I promise you, I did not believe it. But as you play the game in specific ways, you start to notice the setting change. And it's really mind-boggling. The fact that if nobody would have ever told me about this, I would have never figured it out. But in my opinion, that's exactly what makes a game so amazing. I don't know whether to classify this detail as a big one or a small one, because again, it kind of makes sense, but for it to kind of almost go unnoticed is amazing. And then once you do figure it out, you know, everything else around you isn't the same anymore, but kind of in a good way. You really start to understand the game a little bit more, you know? And again, it makes sense for an honorless type of samurai to have this dark and gloomy, you know, setting surrounding you. One thing that I also think is extremely underrated when it comes to this game, not just compared to everything else that is perfect in this game, but when compared to any other video game, is the Ghost of Tsushima's story. The story woven throughout this game, I don't understand why it's not talked about more. The story of the game certainly does push you into being the ghost, but other than that, it is entirely up to you how you want to deal with the combat. You know, for example, when I started playing this game, I was petrified of just breaking the code just because of the immersion I wanted throughout the game. Is I wanted my first playthrough to be an actual samurai. And then as soon as I beat the game, I was like, yeah, that's dope. Time to be a ninja. And again, you have this two-sided combat on how you want to play the game, and there's no in between, you know, because if you want to be a samurai, you can't really use any of the cool tricks that you learn throughout the game, but there are different armor sets throughout the game that help you become a really powerful honored samurai. There's also a decent amount of armor that'll help you find the ways that you want to play the game, or maybe you want to change the way that you're playing the game and how you're dealing with combat. One of the best armors that I absolutely love, and still to this day use more than anything else. No, I'm not saying it's the best, but again, I just like playing this way, is any archer build. Any bow and arrow type of game style or game, I will become obsessed with. I don't know why. I've always been like that. I've always just liked bow and arrows. Don't get me wrong, I like magic, I like big swords, I like axes, I like sword and shield, I like it all, but something about just drawing a bow and arrow and just listening to it and watching it fly through the air, I just love it so much. I really don't know why. If you have never played this game, or say you've watched, you know, your favorite streamer on Twitch play the game, or an entire playthrough on YouTube, if you personally have never played it, whenever you get the chance, you should at least think about it. Okay, because everybody should at least have the opportunity to feel like a real samurai sometime in their life, and there's no better time than playing this game. I'm gonna end my commentary here so you guys can just enjoy the rest of the clips. If you did enjoy this video, you can go ahead and smash that like button. That would mean an absolute ton. And be sure to check out all my other content. I'll play and post practically anything. So don't be shy and comment down below what you like to play and what you would like to see be played. As always, I love y'all and I hope you guys stay smooth. Peace.
Keep them out of the city! Watch us! Hold them back! Here, you!
Damn, that's the General, Tanuki. Sounds like he's near the keep.
Tamuge! Face me! The ghost! Khotun will reward me for your head!
I am Jin Sakai, and I have killed men like you all across our island.
Your blood will soak the island!
Careful, Temuge. You can't get Khotun's reward if you're dead.
A lucky blow. You will not get another.
Leave Tsushima now, and I might show you mercy.
Yarikawa will burn!
You have killed men in many countries, Temuge, but here, you die.
Ghost sold to suck! Gustus damit ham kalas!
Invaders! Look at your general! Run! This will be your fate!
People of Yarikawa, hunt every Mongol to the last man! Spare no one! For Yarikawa! For Yarikawa! Keep after them! No mercy! Kill them all! Cut them down! Everyone to the gate! Push through! Push them back!